All right, we're going to get your starting grid going for you here because we don't have a whole lot of time as they are starting to roll off of pit road right now. Your starting grid will be here in a second. We're going to put that. Well, we want to put that away. Please don't do that to me. Thank you very much. Put that away and that away. There we go. All this stuff at the same time. We got to do a race starting grid now. So there we go. And where's my thing? There we go. The trigger is good to go. Row, it always screws it up. I can't have a good one, can I? Okay, row 1, Matt Rucci and Leonard Fodorero right there on row 1. Row 2 is Jason Lance and Brandon Osborne. Row 3, Nick Sargent, Dylan Macedo. Row number 4 got Charles Gray and Ryan Steinhoff. Then we have Ryan Potter there in row 5 and Brandon Buggs on the outside of him. Row 6, Joel Brown and Anthony Differenti. Row 7 is Wes Graham and Aaron Beaver. Row 8, Isaiah Stevens and Clint Spells. Row 9, Scott Barkman and Ben Tuttle. Row 10, Kyle Cleveland and Stefan Benende. And we have Tony Wilson back there in row 11, starting on the inside of Jeffrey Spells. Row 12, Zachary Guzman and James Hilton. Row 13, Alex Reno, Tyler Thomas. Row 14, Stephen Favignano, my father. Robert Webb, Donovan Barber, Connor Skinner. And that is that. Man, I just don't ever have enough time to get this all underway. All right, you got it, Ryan.
All right, we're going to go green flag racing here shortly with Matt Rucci. Rucci bought on the pole there, and he gets a great start, and he's going to stick to that bottom line, followed shortly by
Caution.
Leonard Fodorero.
Unbelievable. Already.
Oh,
I don't know who.
I see the 81 involved.
Oh, my. Dude, are you kidding me?
I see 81, 22.
Are you kidding me?
72. Somebody must have spun their tires.
That's a huge crash right out of the gate. What just happened here?
I don't know.
Wow, dude. You have got to be kidding me. I mean, here they are coming to the line right here. There's the green flag. What happened? Everybody's going. Everybody's good. And then Bugs in the wall. I don't know how he got in the wall. We're trying to figure that out. Different camera view might help us there a little bit. Looks like he might have spun the tires or something happened there. He's all by himself.
Oh, they went 3 wide.
Oh, 3 wide into Steinhoff right there out of the gate and into the wall and then into the 99, and it was just a yard sale from there.
Oh, Steinhoff was real slow on the start there, Jeff. I don't know what happened to him, but that caught Bugs up. He had to go to the outside.
Watch this from the blimp.
I bet you accordion effect.
Yeah, so
I'd put money on it.
Here they go. They're going. Yeah, he missed the shift. The 81 to the back end of him, 3 wide into the wall, and then it was a stack job from there.
Oh, that is so unfortunate for all those drivers. Oh, I feel so bad. That is nobody's fault back there.
No, it isn't. It's just a matter of trying to get slowed up in time, and that was just not enough to get it done.
Bugs. He tried to go to the outside, and and Steinhoff was trying to get out of the way too. To his credit, he knew he missed the shift. Look at him right there. He tries to go up, and he didn't. Oh man, the humanity.
Yep, that's the name of the game in iRacing right there, man. You're at the mercy of the other drivers.
That is why the iRacing gods created fast repairs, and they get one. So I mean, they're using it pretty early. And my dad involved in that crash too, unfortunately. There,
jeez. Just one of those things. Nowhere to go. And looks like the 81's still out there. I don't know what's going on with that. What's he doing with his car there?
I don't know if he was able to make it in the pits in time.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Or maybe he's going.
It's broken.
Look at that crab walk.
Yeah, that's a broken suspension on that car completely. He's going to have to come in and just do a fast repair 100%. But he's just trying to nurse it over. But yeah, look at the frame completely bent to the left-hand side.
Well, he was on his side there, I think.
Yep, he was up on the inside wall there. It all happens so fast. Man, oh man.
Just getting ready to settle into commentating, and
yeah, but we have so many drivers. I'm gonna have to start the starting grid a lot earlier, man. You just run out of time so fast.
For sure. Yep.
Oh, here comes the 81 now. He's gonna come down pit road. We'll see if he can get that taken care of. I mean, just look at the crab walk coming in here.
So the good thing is yeah, we did have 0 cautions on Monday night. So I'm hoping these guys who have taken a fast repair won't need them again. I hope we get some good racing in after this. I think he literally missed a shift. That was crazy. He money shifted almost.
Yeah, and there you go.
Second to first.
Brandon Bugs comes down, gets that fast repair. He'll be back out there. But now it's a matter of him just, you know, making... He's in the back now. He's going to have to make decisions back there, which is going to make it a lot more difficult at a track like this when it comes down to track position, tire management, man. Yeah, you really hate to see it for a lot of those guys. That's just an unfortunate start to the race. And I don't think it's the last time we're going to see things like that happen.
Well, just speaking of like shifting and missing shifts there. So these guys last season raced in the next gen cars, which are sequential, and they're now back in these cars, which are H pattern 5 speeds. So, 4 speeds. Are they 4 speeds?
Oh, 4.
Yeah,
yep. 4 speeds.
Excuse me. They're 4 speeds. The next gen was 5 speeds.
Yes.
So that maybe they're just gotta get used to having to shift the old-fashioned way again.
Well, we are under caution here at Texas after an incident right after the start-finish line, starting the race. Numerous drivers involved in that. And I believe all of them came down on pit road to get those fast repairs, so they will be ready to go this time by. Lights are going to be off on the pace car here, and Matt Rucci, your man, he will be the control car on this restart. So we're going to get restarted here shortly.
While we're doing our final pace lap here, I just want to give a nice shout out to you, Jeff. Jeff, Twitch chat, if you didn't know, Jeff spent a few hours today getting these cameras sorted, getting them perfect, and
one was still broken when I saw it. I was like, of course it was.
only you noticed it. But we got some treats in store for the Crank It Up cams later on.
Oh yeah, we can get a Crank It Up in.
If we get we'll get a Crank It Up.
We need to come up with our own name. We can't. I don't want to use Crank It Up because that's like a term that's already used by.
That's true.
What would you call it? Like.
Crank it up. Send it. We'll think of that one.
We'll think about it.
That one.
It needs to be something to spice. Who knows? We'll figure it out eventually. Oh man. Well,
we could call it the shut the camera.
That's perfect. Yes, we will. That works for me.
All right.
Okay. Well, the pace car is going to be ducking in this time. Maybe we're going to get some racing going here, hopefully, boys. Let's see what happens here. Green flag, you got, I think they call him Barney, holding the flag, ready to go.
Rolling good.
And green flag back in the air at Texas.
We're just making sure everyone made their shifts. It seems like they did. All right, boys. Okay.
You already
Let's just
got
pretend
Osborne.
like that didn't happen. We're fresh start here.
Yeah, Brandon Osborne right here with a battle with the 67 of Favignano. Looking good right there. And Favignano had a really nice run there to the back of the 28 of Rucci. So, these guys are breathing that throttle ever so slightly. I was wondering if they were going to do that there, and it looks like they will.
Yeah, you have to out of 4.
That's some tight racing right there between Favignano and Rucci, and they get into each other. Wow, the 67 of Favignano into the wall. The 80 of Osborne slowing up after making contact with the 67. That was just a lot of aggression there out of the gate. They'll fall in line. We'll see if there is damage on the right front of that car.
Hopefully it's just a little bit of aero damage, which isn't the end of the world here for Brandon Osborne. But you called that one, Jeff. You're like, if those cars push on 1 and 2, you're going to run out of room. And I think that's exactly what happened between the Favignano and Osborne car. But there's Jason Lance. We see another fast driver. And you can see like they are really slowing up on 1 and 2. They're really, really feathering that throttle. So right now it's just figuring out who's going to be able to save the tires and who's going to be able to make it to the end of their first stint here.
Looking at the back of Jason Lance's car, and man, they are just stacked up all around him.
Jeff, we got 3 wide going back with the 6 car and the 12 car back there. Man, there was the
I'm gonna have to see that. Hold on, if I can get to it. It's broken. That's always lovely.
Sorry to bug you. There was some crazy 3 ride racing out of 3 and 4. that could have ended in disaster. And the 81 was right in the mix of that.
Oh, man. Wes Graham to the lead. I'm sorry we missed that, guys. But, or wait, is that? No, Matt Rucci is. Okay. And caution flies.
Oh, we got a caution. What's that?
I don't know what happened with my timing screen there, man. I don't know what happened with the caution. We're jumping around. Donovan Barber there, and my my dad in the 72 there at the bottom. A lot of damage to those cars. And I think that's going to be it for those guys. He was gone. And yeah, I don't know.
Get off the track there, Donovan.
Yeah, it's the 72 of my dad there at the bottom. His car absolutely destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
And every time I click on it, it would go away. So I'm not sure what that's about. But yeah, the 32 definitely involved. We're going to find out what happened here. I do apologize, guys. We have so much happening here at one time. And it takes, I feel like we can't even get into a groove of broadcasting because it's just craziness everywhere. And there was a huge blink between of the 32 that happened, where he was just completely gone, and then he reappeared. I don't know.
I think there was a massive connection issue with the 72 car because I can't even get a replay on them.
Yep, something bad happened there.
Something happened there with your dad's internet.
Man, what a mess. Just what a mess.
This is not what I was expecting at all.
No, and every time.
10 laps?
So let me explain. Every time somebody is, we're live here. Okay, it's good. Every time somebody has a massive blink like that, it just resets my timing screen. I can't find drivers when I need to find them. Everybody turns red. It's just craziness. So that's unfortunate for my dad there. His second start, not so good. There was a lot of damage on the nose of that car when we saw it at the bottom of the track there. I'm not sure what transpired, but we don't know. There's no data there to see.
The good thing is, and like, sucks for Donovan, but at least it wasn't the whole field involved on that one. It looks like it was just between two cars there. And when you're dealing with internet connections issues, that's a good thing that it was only two cars, because if you get one of these guys up front that has what happened to Stephen Favignano there, yeah, it could be a disaster.
Yep, but and that's exactly
joys of racing over the internet, folks.
Yep. Man, yeah, we can't get any footing in. It seems it's just like we're shot out of a cannon and there's 20 crashes happening around us at once. We'll figure it out, though. We have a lot of racing to go. It's only lap 11, and it will be 12 now, so we'll get those lights out on the pace car. We'll be back underway here shortly. Matt Rucci still leading them around at Texas, and a lot more pacing than we have seen than racing so far. And we're going to keep an eye on all those guys that were involved in those crashes earlier on that are in the back kind of stuck. The 81 car being one of those. Came down pit road, it looked like. Not sure what that was about.
I like those track lights around the front stretch there.
Oh, yeah, those are cool.
Those are cool.
Not sure why it looks like he might have been speeding on pit road or something, because he is starting to fall all the way back. He's getting an EOL penalty, it looks like.
Oh, man.
Just not the night he wanted at all. After having so much speed Monday night as well.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep an eye.
I had a good talk with Bugs, because originally we were talking. I'm like, are you going to keep racing Thursdays? Because he was a little bummed. And he goes, I think it's just, it's my time for some bad luck, because when he entered in, what was that, season 7?
Oh, yeah, it was on fire.
He won the damn thing, didn't he not?
Yep. He won season 7.
He won season 7, so and season 8 went well for him. So I think he's just like, I think I'm just in a little bit of a spout of some bad luck, and I'll get through it, that's the right attitude. It's just hills and valleys. Everyone goes through it. So I'm glad to see the 81 car out on the track, even though he is experiencing some bad luck here.
Everybody's experiencing bad luck. I don't know what's going on in Texas, but yeah, everybody's having a bad night so far on the track. We have had a lot of issues, gremlins we're dealing with in the broadcasting side of things, so hopefully that will change. But it's still early. We can find a groove in this race. I am confident. The lights are off on the pace car. We'll be green flag racing next time by. You'll have Rucci on the outside of him. That is Dylan Macedo in the 25 DSP racing car. He'll be starting on the outside of Rucci there. And then it's going to be Ryan Potter, Charles Gray, Wes Graham. You know, that's a driver that really snuck in some spots there during all that chaos and mayhem was Wes Graham in the 88. He's made himself up to 5th right now, so that'll be interesting to see how he gets through this restart here. And hopefully we have no problems with the restarts this time, right? Yes. We haven't even been able to spice it up yet.
or shut the
yeah, we haven't been able to do that yet.
That's a scary drive. Wes is pretty deadly on these tracks, on the 1.5 mile tracks. So he's definitely one to watch in that green and blue. That's an interesting color combo. I don't know how I feel about that one, Wes.
I like it.
You like it?
Yep.
Anyways, doesn't matter. We're green back in Texas.
Yep. Green flag is back in the air once again. Rucci charging the field forward. Here comes Ryan Potter to the inside to take that second position away from Macedo. And Macedo will try to fall in line. He's going to run about a half a groove up on him. But here comes the 60 of Potter. He's going to try to get around the 28.
I think he's going to be able to make that pass, Jeff. He has a nice run on the inside coming into 3 and 4. And 3 and 4, you're fine to go down on the inside in terms of tire wear. It's 1 and 2 if you go on the inside, you're going to experience lots of tire wear. So he's okay doing that. So he's hoping he can hold off Rucci here into 1 and 2. Looks like he does that.
And look at Rucci really trying to power around him on the outside as Guzman there on the bottom of the apron, letting everybody by. A lot of side-by-side action there. Yeah, there's still looks like damage on the front of Guzman's car there. But a lot of good racing up here. And look at this, the 88 is up in the mix as well. He is right on the back bumper of the 25 of Macedo.
Nice racing there by Wes Graham. He's going to be going, hey, man, I'm taking that 3rd spot. I'm coming on the inside here, 1 and 2, and he's going to take that from, but Macedo not going anywhere. He is door to door with him right now, coming out of 2 as they're on the back stretch. And we'll see. I think if Wes keeps that inside position, he'll have a nice run here on 3 and 4 and be able to clear him as he does just now. But look at Osborne. Osborne's in the mix as well.
Yeah, it looks like Osborne got that car. No, I think he still has damage on the right front. He hasn't come down to use that fast repair yet. So he's going to hang on to it for now until he has to make a tire stop or something like that. But it's a train right now in the front, and it's not even spread out yet. Everybody's just bumper to, like, they are literally bumper to bumper right now.
Yeah, and this round, now that they're actually in a groove now everyone's deciding, okay, how am I taking these corners? What is my strategy for the first pit stop? Some guys in Monday were doing 2 pit stop races, but the guys that were actually winning the damn thing were only doing the 1 stop race. And I think that is the strat, is to try and prolong your tires and do a 1 stop.
Well, they can definitely do that now since the laps have been, ticked off by having that yellow. That really did help them out quite a bit.
Yeah, it's going to be a little battle of attrition there at the end. The pit window is from like 45 to 53, but with these cautions, Jeff, I can see these guys going upwards of 60 laps here on this first stint.
It could happen. I mean, the thing is you can last that long with fuel tire-wise. We've seen it Monday night. It's going to be a crapshoot of who's going to be able to do that. I'm watching right back here. It's getting interesting. By Charles Gray, Jason Lance, and Brandon Osborne. They were 3 wide racing right there for a few moments, it looked like. And it's heating up still back here. Nope, they're going to figure it out and fall back in line. But now it's back here by Joel Brown, side-by-side racing with Charles Gray. Joel Brown, a driver that started 11th. He's been up to 7th, and right now he's in 7th. So he's had a small crawl towards the front. Say that fast. But he did have some speed in practice, so we're going to keep an eye on that driver for sure. Watching for any more racing back there. Right by Steinhoff. Here comes, looks like Isaiah Stevens there in the Nestle Crunch car. He's going to be getting around the 59, no problem, and keep moving forward. And behind them, here comes Austin Johnson, one of the rookies in P13 right now. And he's working on Robert Webb. And there's the 67 of Fodderella right behind him in 14th after making contact with Brandon Osborne earlier on. And here comes Scott Barkman out of the woodwork as well up in 15th. So A lot of racing all over the track, but Ryan Potter right now is the man. He's out front, getting it done, leading this train, and Wes Graham ever so slightly starting to catch up with him.
You got a nice battle up front with Jason Lance and Dylan Macedo. They were battling for position there, up in 4th and 5th spot as we ride on board with the 88 car, Wes Graham, as these guys are very happy with that. Yeah, Jason Lance was able to make the pass on. Is that Dylan Macedo? That is.
Jason Lance had a lot of speed on Monday night when he was racing the 80. That actually ended up getting it done. But I see this driver here moving forward. He's in 4th right now. I think he's playing it safe right now as well. He's seen how crazy it is in the beginning, and he wants to save those tires.
Yeah, one mistake that I got caught up in was I kept racing drivers going too wide in the first stint, and so I think a lot of drivers, if they see a car that's wanting to pass them, like I think a lot of guys will just kind of be like, all right, you go, I'm on tire strategy right now. So you don't want to be battling cars too wide on this track for more than a lap, I'll say, because it will eat your tires real quick.
That is true. Well, let's spice it up. Let's do the camera, you know. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's hear the sounds of these things. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I believe that was Ryan Potter that was having some issues there with a connection issue. I saw him blink out a couple times there. And Wes is gaining on him. He's about 0.11, 0.10 right there. But I think he's running him down. He's just going to let him use his stuff up.
Really like that livery on Potter's car. That car looks real mean coming down that back straight there.
Oh, yeah, I've always enjoyed that. Right on board here with Wes Graham. Started 13th. He's up to 2nd right now, and he is looking to take the lead away from Potter. He's just kind of making Potter run his stuff out. You'll listen to how he's running the car here, especially in 1 and 2, lifting real early and then committing back to the throttle. He's starting to show his line. It's a lot faster than the 60 right now.
Yeah. A little thing called trail braking goes a long way in 1 and 2, and Wes is a master at that. All these guys that are fast are, and man, he passes him like he's standing still there going into 3. I think Potter was like, I ain't battling this guy. He's fast.
Exactly.
And, let him by. No sense in fighting the inevitable. As we come down to 1 and 2, like you said, Jeff, you hear these guys starting to let off the throttles real early, starting to do that trail braking around 1 and 2.
And that was just a massive, massive gain he made on the 60. He was able to utilize the draft there on the backstretch and make that pass work for him really, really quickly. So Graham out front right now. And we're looking around the track. Anything going on? Not a whole lot. Donovan Barber back here kind of putting around. We were seeing where any of the other racing was happening, but it does look like everybody's just kind of in a line here. Ryan Steinhoff, he is battling right now for position with Isaiah Stevens. That's for 16th there.
Just ahead of them, you got a battle there, I believe, between, I want to say, Beaver and...
you got Austin Johnson, and you got Scott Barkman there in the 9 on the bottom, and Kyle Cleveland behind him, and that's Beaver in the mix for sure. Yeah, so you got Beaver, Cleveland. But yeah, it's good racing right here, but it looks like they're just going to figure that one out, and they're going to sort it out really quick. And DeFrenchie's going to fall in line right behind Isaiah Stevens.
But look at the 88 go. Like I was saying, the Wes Graham is deadly on these 1.5 mile tracks.
Oh, he really is, especially with this Xfinity car. He knows how to drive it really well.
Oh, yeah.
He knows how to pace himself. He knows what the tires are going to do. And that's how you win races in this league. And it's weird because Wes used to be like one of the, he used to be a Rucci of this entire group here. And, when they brought new drivers in, it changed up everything. These guys have to work for wins. So it's great to see somebody that was always dominating have to work each week to get a top spot. And right now, he's leading the race.
He is. But I'm curious at how hard is he pushing those tires right now? How long can he go? Because I know for a fact that Rucci Bot has the tire saving software update in his microchip. And look at him. He's battling Jason Lance back there, Jeff.
Yep, I saw that right there behind. And he is slowly but surely gaining on him.
Did Jason Lance take that position from him?
I'm not really sure what's going on here. Well, remember, we'll see here in a second after this whole thing is figured out. But yeah, Rucci fell back quite a bit, and I think it just came down to track position. But now he has been saving. Well, he's starting to use his tire slip now because he's definitely faster than these guys that are in front of him right now, except for Wes. But let's see. Let's ride on board with Wes and see how he's driving the car compared to Rucci. So here we are coming down into turn number 3 and 4. So out of the throttle there and then back to it. It's kind of feathering it in and out. Watching the oversteer on exit. He's driving it all the way to the wall there. A lot of good speed happening with that. And then compared to Rucci, on board with Rucci here, let's watch how Rucci's attacking these corners.
Oh, Potter pushing up the track. You see that tire wear starting there on Potter.
Oh, yeah.
See how he took it wide. And
now, here's the difference.
Jason Lance gained some ground.
We're going to find down here in 3 and 4, but that was the difference. That was Rucci. Rucci's slowly bringing that throttle in. He's not feathering in and out of it. Like right here.
Yeah.
He's committing to that throttle right there. Whereas when you're riding on board with Wes, you can hear him actually feathering that throttle in and out. So he's definitely taking it easy. Like, look how much further down he was there compared to Rucci in the corner right there. Rucci's already back to that throttle that early. So it goes to show just how different, you can attack these corners and what it does as far as timing on the track goes. But now Wes is going to be lapping the 22 of Alex Reno. And he's trying to figure out how to get around him. Looks like Reno's going to give him the outside lane to get around.
Yeah, Reno, very courteous driver. He'll get out of his way. Same with Potter there.
And he had a lot of damage on there. That's the 72 of Stephen Favignano getting back on track after that accident. And he had sat on pit road for a very long time to get the car as fixed as possible, but I don't think that's going to help as far as anything else goes here tonight. So he's just going to have to try to figure it out as a modified.
He's got to modify. I think he spent that time to restart his router.
Probably. And knowing my dad, I am certain he was not happy with that.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee you the name of that cable company was used
followed by a few
every way.
Short
every way, yes.
Words.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that car. I take it back. I like that car. That looks pretty good. And shout out, Wes is rocking Wilson Motorsport design on the hood of that car. And so just quick shout out to Tony. Tony is in our league. Tony Wilson. He does a lot of the paint schemes for this car, and he's now starting to take commissions. So if you're an iRacer and you want a custom livery, please hit up my boy Tony at Wilson Motorsport Design on Twitter, and he will sort you out. Just an awesome dude, and does some great work. And he's actually designing, or I don't know if I can show you, but he might be having one of his liveries in a real life car.
That's pretty darn cool.
So yeah, which would be awesome.
Love to see that out of these different drivers. And Tony Wilson, a stand-up act, and he is part of the team over he's part of the team that runs this whole shebang, and he's been race control before, and it's good to see him driving.
Yeah, I like to see Tony on the track. He's a good driver, and he is one. Yeah, he's definitely one to watch here. What position? I didn't see what position he's in actually right now. I think
he's back there.
Bottom.
He's in 26th right now from what I saw. Connor Skinner one of the rookies here. It was a battle for position with Tyler Thomas, which is also another rookie back there. Well, I'm not sure where Tyler Thomas went there. Something's happening with a lot of connection issues here. Oh, almost a 3 wide issue. Here he is right here, Tyler Thomas. So I wasn't crazy. He had disappeared for me and he came back. Gotta love that.
You gotta love that.
And he's trying to catch the back of Connor Skinner, the other rookie. So 2 rookies battling it out here. 41 laps into this race, and listen to the difference between guys that are back here and how they're managing the throttle compared to the guys that we saw in the front. Now, there's damage on the right side of his car we can see as well.
Yeah, probably little wall taps there coming out of 4. That wall creeps up on you.
It certainly does, and that's Wes Graham right there behind him. To put them,
Wes has got some pace, dude.
Yes, to put him down a lap. Yeah, right now it's a second and a half, about a second back to Lance between Graham. And we were watching back here. There's a nice kind of battle starting to brew here. And that is not going to happen. It doesn't look like. So I'm going to just stick with the... I mean, I don't know. The 28 is getting closer to the 60. I thought it was a lot closer than it was. There we go. They're just dealing with a lot of lap traffic right now. I think that's what's happening.
Oh, someone in the wall there on the front stretch. Careful, guys. Yeah, there's a lot. This is a lot of traffic right now. They are in rush hour traffic trying to get around these lap cars. Fortunately for Graham, he's able to get around them. And it looks like Jason Lance able to keep up and get around him as well. Same with Rucci here. Yeah, so lap traffic becoming a factor into this early.
Yeah, this early on, and Jason Lance, he's second. So now the race is between Rucci, Ryan Potter, Rucci and Ryan Potter here. And it looks like it's going to heat up down here into turn 1. I think Rucci's going to be there in the next couple laps.
We're now approaching a pit window. Lap 44 or 45 here is the pit window under normal conditions here. I think, again, that's going to get extended. But I'm going to have my eyes on pit road for you there, Jeff, and see.
Okay.
I'll update you on who's coming down.
You got it. I'm watching this battle right here. This is Ryan Potter versus Rucci, and Rucci took it away. No problem there. And now he sets his sights on Jason Lance, and this just comes down to tire management. We're seeing Rucci doing a really good job of just saving his tires for a longer stint, but I think we might see green flag stops here soon enough, like we were just talking about, probably around lap 50, 55.
Looking at that timing screen though, Jeff, look at Jason Lance. He is catching Graham right now. I think Graham's tires are really starting to go. I think Graham was pushing it real hard to get that lead. Look at that. He went from 1.1 seconds now down to 0.65 of a second. He is catching him, and he's catching him quick. That 88 car has gotten some tire fall off like crazy.
Yeah, and just listen to the difference from the start of the race to now. How far out of the throttle they actually are before they start committing back into it. It's pretty crazy how much of a difference there is.
Oh, look how fast he's catching him. I wonder if Wes is coming in this time. We got a couple cars coming into pit lane right now. Let me just get... Oh,
and we got a caution.
Juicy.
We have a caution. What happened?
I don't know.
Donovan. Looks like Donovan Barber in that crash. We're going to figure out what happened here in just a few. But that changes up everything, because now everybody can come down pit road and get everything taken care of. And I think they're going to do exactly that. Looks like this might have been just a matter of him getting really... Oh, it looks like we're in almost a 3-wide situation, or just loss of awareness happening there. Hard to say, but we can see right here. Those two make contact, him and the 16 of Ben Tuttle. And then he gets ricocheted to the outside here. And then it was all over from there, because he came right into the wall. Hard crash there to the right side of the car, and then he was spinning from there. Let's see if anybody else got involved. Don't believe so. He was able to keep it out of everybody's way. What a great job that was to keep him where he needed to be there. So now it comes down to this.
Everybody's
Graham.
coming down.
Everybody coming down pit road.
Yeah, a lot of people are coming down. I don't know if it's everybody, but I think the big name guys, yeah, damn near everybody. Nobody is happier for that caution than that 88 car, let me tell you, because he was getting caught and getting caught quick.
And here he comes. Great stop by Wes Graham there, and now it's going to come down to this. Who's going to win off the line? It's Wes and Lance at side by side there. And I think they're going to give it to Wes. I'm pretty sure they're going to give that one to Wes, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
that was
by like
really close.
half a fender there.
Man, so back under caution here at Texas after a spin by Donovan there. And I got to say, just a great job of, keeping it on the wall there.
Yep. Single car spin, but he didn't take anybody with him. So good on Donovan for...
One driver we can try to get a hold of would be Ryan Potter. I would love to talk to him, have a chat. He's had an up and down. He's in fourth right now, but he was leading earlier on. Let's see what he has to say.
I will bring it up now.
You got it.
Mr. Potter. Civ Ryan up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, yes, I do.
Right on. Jeff's here. He's got some questions for you.
Hey, Ryan. Jeff up here. Watching this race unfold, you had a lot of speed in the beginning. How different was it for you to save tires versus the other guys? And are you happy to see the yellow fly right now?
I don't know if I'm happy to see the yellow fly or not, because I think we might have been close to stretching it on one stop. But, I felt like I did fairly well on my tires considering the fact that I was driving as hard as I was. But I think I'm going to try a little harder next time.
Fantastic. Well, it's been really, really fun to watch you guys battle it back and forth. You think you have something for Rucci?
We'll see.
All right. Well, good luck, Dan. Thanks for talking with us.
Thank you.
Good luck, Ryan.
There you have it, Mr. Potter there. He's had a great run here tonight.
I moved myself, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Nice. You're good.
I wasn't saying good luck to him. I was saying good luck to myself, actually, when I said good luck, Ryan. I was talking
good luck, Ryan.
Person. Yep.
That's how you have to do it. You have to give yourself self-affirmation.
I do. I'm my own biggest fan.
Well, things are definitely going to heat up now. It's going to come down to everybody taking advantage of track position on this restart. I think we're about to see a crazy restart, if you ask me.
So who's out of the race so far? We got I'm seeing your dad in chat there, Papa Fab. Tough luck there, buddy. I know the 81 car is out as well.
Yeah, both of those drivers. I mean, after that first crash, that was bad, and then the internet connection issues between the 72 and also I believe that was Donovan Barber as well. Just a tough break. It is what it is. It's sim racing. That's what happens. 2x2 now. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to be restarting lap number 51 of 125. So a lot more to go there. We appreciate all the love and support you guys are showing in the chat, the Twitch chat. You're following along twitch.tv/jfavignano here on Thursday nights. And if you're on YouTube on Favignano Live, hello to you. Thank you for choosing to tune in and watch the race as well. But we appreciate all of you guys that are getting subscriptions and all that stuff in Twitch. Ready for a crazy restart. I think we're about to see it here, Ryan.
You know Jason Lance is going to be wanting to get out in front on this one. But Wes does have the pole position. He gets to control that restart. So I'm curious, do you think they're going to battle right off the start here?
I think they are. Maybe not, though. I mean, it's hard to say because you want that clean air. And I think if anybody knows it, it's definitely Wes. So I think he's going to race for clean air here on this restart.
And they got a few laps to stretch out these tires, but pace car is going in. Jeff, you have the call.
All right, pace car's down and away. Here comes Wes Graham. He's going to be the control car, and green flag in the air once again here at Texas. And here comes Lance, and he's going to have a push from the 60 of Potter to try to get up there, and Matt Rucci to the bottom of the 86 of Lance as well. We'll see what they can do here, but man, 88 of Graham is out of there.
Yeah, he is wasting no time. He's like, I want to get that nice buffer, that comfort that I just had. And
Watching.
then he'll. Oh, there's some good racing going back here.
Oh,
Jeff.
yeah, there is.
2x2.
Watching all these guys right here. A lot of 2x2 action, even with back there by Kyle Cleveland battling with Anthony DeFrenchie. But here you go. Jason Lance on that outside lane just can't get to the bottom yet.
How about Joel Brown? Joel Brown,
Wow.
5 up to 3rd. Attaboy, Joel.
Joel Brown, one of those drivers that started 11th. He's been up to 5th, but right now he's in 3rd after that restart. So a great job by that driver to get that done.
Still plenty of time, and this is almost going to be endurance racing if these guys are going to make their tires last till the end. So it's going to be a lot. This is tire management to the max this second half of this race.
Oh, yeah, and that was Dylan Macedo there that looked like he might have had a blink happen there. So some connection issues for everyone tonight. It's not just it's not just a select few. It seems to be everyone. And that does make a difference in sim racing. Jason Lance now under fire from Nick Sargent. Nick Sargent showed a lot of promise in the Talladega race last week. And right now he is in 7th. He's trying to take away that 6th spot. And he's got Charles Gray on the outside to help him.
Look at that. And look at Nick Sargent with a great exit speed coming out of 2. And he's going to be able to clear that car of Jason Lance. Nicely done there by Nick Sargent. He's going to dart down to that inside line on 3 and 4. And how about Charles Gray, too?
Yep, Charles Gray came right with him there.
Charles Gray showing some speed as he keeps it out of the wall in that 87 Carhartt safety high-vis Vestmobile. Good job there, Chuck.
Right there. Started 7th. He's currently 7th right now. He's been up to 4th today, but I'm watching the 91 right now of Robert Webb. He's been pretty quick. He's been getting around some guys back there that had some speed earlier on. And right now, Jason Lance, it looks like he's fallen off a bit, but I think that he's just playing the long run game here. He's definitely taking it easy in that car.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, these guys that are, I mean, we saw it on the end of that first run there. Yeah, they're holding back. You think they're falling back, but then, you know, the last 10 laps, you can see just how fast they can catch up to these guys that are really pushing their tires. So this because we're single file here and there's a bit of a gap between these drivers, this is going to be close.
It's always fun to watch these guys start to slowly but surely catch them. And now it comes to these top 3 right here. You got Graham, Rucci, and Brown, and they're all on different strategies as far as making it to the end of this race.
Just seeing now we have Zachary Guzman out of the race as well. Not sure what happened with him. He's been out for quite a while actually. So 3 drivers out of this race.
That is true.
31 remain. Or actually, no, Barber's out as well. Donovan Barber's out.
I'm watching here, and I'm watching Rucci slowly reel in Graham right here. He is catching him ever so slightly, especially in turns 1 and 2. It seems like Rucci is, well, now it's starting to even out, so it's kind of hard to say. We watch here from the blimp camera between these 3 right here.
I've been watching that timing screen there between Rucci and Graham pretty closely, and they've been sticking around this 55-56 of a second difference. So it looks like they're kind of equaling pace here a bit. Rucci gaining a bit here on the front stretch. Or sorry, is that front stretch?
Yeah, that was front stretch. You are correct. The dog leg, as they call it.
Second guessing myself.
Should never do that. Yeah, this is, and you had called this earlier on, what was that, just a couple days ago, that this was not going to be like a super exciting race. However, I think we've seen quite a bit of excitement.
Oh,
not in the right way.
I ate my words. I ate my words because you told me, you're like, shut up, Ryan. It's going to be a good race, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. And it's
well, if you're a
to be
fan of this 1.5 mile kind of stuff, if you're a fan of watching somebody slowly reel somebody in, rather than, you know, the craziness that is these restarts, then, you know, this is a race for you. I can see why it could, you know, be, I don't know. It comes down to who's going to dominate the race and who isn't, but we've seen kind of everything today. I wouldn't put it past anything else happening.
As someone that wasn't that went into oval racing pretty green, didn't have much experience, it is pretty crazy how different you have to drive the car on a super speedway versus a mile and a half versus, and then a short track. It's just completely different driving. It's nuts, and it's different strategy, and it's quite fascinating until you do it, until you actually get behind the wheel and do it for yourself. You don't realize it's like 3 different sets of skills in my mind on how to drive each track, and it's quite impressive seeing the guys like Graham, Rucci, Brown, Potter are our top 5, and how they're able to manage being this fast and dealing with tire wear.
And Joel Brown, one of those drivers up there in 3rd, we were on board with. And yeah, it's a lot like what you just said. It's not just driving in circles and turning left. There's a lot more to it. And I've always found that reeling in somebody by you just slow, figuring the track out a little bit more than they are, that to be a lot of fun. And especially when you start to slowly get to them, and then you start seeing those gains, and then you see them fight back. That fighting back and forth between 2 drivers, that's what 1.5 mile racing is really all about. And it's hard to see anybody doing it right now. Everybody seems to be in a line, but we're going to go ahead and just spice it up, all that. Let's do it. Let's see Let's see what we got here. Let's you listen to these cars. We had a car way up there on the top of the track. That's that lapper trying to get out of the way. I don't know if he was able to do that in time. Yeah, he was. And that is the 16 of Ben Tuttle there trying to stay out of everybody's way. And it's hard to do. It really is sometimes.
Oh, with how loose these cars can get on this track, it is a feat just to stay on that top line and keep it out of the wall.
And we were watching.
Trying to let these guys pass.
Yeah, we were watching Graham come off the corners. You can see how he attacks the exit so differently than some of the other drivers. They're still pinching that car because it's tight. And Wes is just driving that thing right at the wall, like right out of the gate, and then just drives it right up next to the wall. But you'll watch right here. He comes off the corner. He aims that car right for the wall, and then perfect every time.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what his mindset is right now. But from what I'm seeing is he's in attack mode. He's going, I want to build up a lead, and then I'll deal with the tire fall off when it comes down to it, and I'll defend when I have to. But I think he wants to build up this lead. I think he's saving tires, but I think he is also not. I think he's trying to get ahead of these guys. And look at the timing screen. He's now up to 1.2 seconds ahead of Rucci.
I was watching this battle between Charles Gray and Nick Sargent. He has now made his way to the back bumper of the 48. And we'll see if he can get the 6th position away from him, as Charles has just been in 7th the whole time here. But yeah, already these guys are just dropping out of the throttle so much. And watching the speed here, I'm going to watch the speed when he gets down into turn number 3. So it looks like the fastest we're seeing here about 173. And I'm watching the leader right now, and he's getting into the corners at about 178, 182, 182. So there's almost a 10 mile an hour difference there between these guys. But Charles knows what he's doing. I think he does.
Yeah, oh yeah, he definitely does. And I mean, I think what's making Wes Graham so fast is the exit speed out of these corners. He's just able to just get massive speed coming out of these corners and take advantage on those front stretch to stretch the lead there. But Charles Gray gonna be looking to work here on Nick Sargent. We got a nice battle here for 6th place.
Yep, been following this one. This is the only battle I see on the track currently. So we're gonna watch it. It has been fun to watch them.
This is tricky. This if you're in Charles Gray's position, if you're just slightly faster than the guy in front of you, this is, you got to make a decision on, do I just hold and just wait, or do I make a pass when I can? And this track is not the easiest to pass on. Well, I mean, all things considered. So we'll see it'll be interesting to see what Chuck does here.
Yeah, he's doing good, and don't worry about this car behind him in the 21. They came down pit road and got new tires, so they're going to be a little quicker here, even though they're back there. That is the 21 car of Austin Johnson, one of the rookies as well. And let's check in on Osborne here. He's back here in 10th. He's still hanging in there. He's got damage on that car, but top 10 run as of right now. Started 4th. He's been up to 3rd. He had a little bit of an issue with another car early on by making contact with each other there, and now he fell back, but he's in the top 10 now.
You want to talk about tire saving? Brandon Osborne, don't count him out. He is currently sitting 10th place. I don't expect him to stay there. He's going to be climbing positions as we wind down this race.
Yeah, and it really does come down to the art of saving these tires. But also, you talked about it early on in the broadcast. You know, you do want to save, but you also don't. You have to know the moment it's time to go.
And I'd say about right now is that time. Yeah, because that's what screwed me over on Monday. I know I sound like a broken record with this whole tire saving stuff, but that's really what this race is, and managing that strategy. So it's deciding on, okay, I've saved enough. Now it's time to use that advantage. You build up an advantage by saving it. Now it's time to execute. And I think come lap 80, 85 here, I think Osborne's going to get on his horse.
It'll be interesting to watch for sure, and we can't rule out a late race caution because we've seen a lot of the drivers towards the back markers have had some issues tonight on older tires and got into a wall, spun, hit another car, something like that. So you can't rule that out, which would change up everything. But right now, I'm not so upset we're seeing a green flag run, to the end.
No, I'm happy with this. It sounds, because we've been able to get into a groove here, Jeff.
Yes.
It's tough on them. It's tough on us, too.
It is. Yeah, and I think everybody's kind of staying together right now. I'm not seeing a whole lot of change out of them, but man, Graham on an island about 1.8 seconds in front of Rucci right now, and Rucci's doing everything he can to try to catch him, and it's going to take a lot more than what we're seeing right now. Let's see how he's attacking the track currently.
Yes, sir. Now, Twitch chat, I want you guys to pay attention to those that gap timer between Rucci and Graham, as well as Brown. And you start yelling at us in chat if you really start to see that dwindling, and if we start to miss that, because I foresee that happening. We saw it happen on the first half, and I can see that happening again.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty much staying the same as of right now, but that, can change here. It's only lap 78 of 125, so we do have a lot more racing to go. More than you think.
Yes, sir. 47 laps. I don't know. Do you think their tires are going to make it to the end? I'm starting to question myself. I
really don't think so.
I don't know. I think honestly, they might be hoping for a late stage caution in the back to get another free pit stop. Because I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm watching here on the track for any other racing happening here, but I'm just not seeing it. And unfortunately, the problem we've been dealing with all night is the moment somebody blinks, I'm just losing my timing screen 100%, and I don't know where anyone is. That's how I know we're having so many issues tonight on the network, because I just see it over and over again. Now, this is a 2 pit stop race. You can't do this one in one shot, don't believe. I think because you guys have 25 more laps than you did on Monday, correct?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Excuse me. You're right. We only did 100. You're right. That throws a wrench in. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, this is a 2-stopper for sure.
I'm definitely mistaken. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
Had a question about lap times. So I'll give you guys some perspective here on how much these are falling off. Wes's lap times, his fastest lap time was a 31.071, and his last lap was a 32.888. So he's about two seconds slower than he was in qualifying and on that fast pace. And you'll see these lap times go down to the 33s as well. So
he's almost there.
Yeah.
His last one was a 32.921. So yeah, he's almost to a 33. And Rucci was a 32.714. So Rucci is faster by a couple.
And you can see that. Look at that gap, Jeff. He was a 1.8 before. He's down to a 1.05. Rucci's starting to reel him in.
And we can see it right here from the Goodyear blimp. Now that has nothing to do with the lap traffic that they're getting around right now. That's not disrupting anything. It's just a matter of Rucci is faster as of right now on the track. And he is catching him. And it's only going to take Tim to get, that half a second where he's going to start getting that draft off of him. And that's exactly what Graham does not want. We'll see how much of a difference it is down here in turn 1 and 2.
Shout out to our lapped cars there, keeping it clean, keeping us in green flag racing. Always good to see.
Riding on board here with Matt Rucci to see the difference between the two drivers and how they're attacking the track, especially in turns 1 and 2. Want to see how that's playing out. But here he is rolling out of the throttle, and here in 3 and 4, and back to it early. But he's nice and easy in that throttle through there.
He's probably about 3/4 throttle all the way through until he makes it out of that corner, and then he gets back onto it. But he's not feathering it. He's just letting go a little bit. I guess that is feathering.
Yep.
So he's feathering.
Yeah, and then he's slowly back into it there. And then we're going to ride on board with Wes Graham, and we'll see how he is handling this. So Wes down in the 3 and 4 here. He's not giving up. He knows Rucci's on his way. So I saw about pretty similar as far as how they're getting through 3 and 4. Let's see how he does 1 and 2 here, because Rucci was way out of the throttle early.
Nice trail braking there by Wes.
Yeah, good trail braking there. And then you can see he committed to the throttle a little bit and then jumped out of it and went again. And that's the difference between shaving seconds off, because now when we were watching Rucci, he was not doing that. He was just easing back into the throttle ever so slightly. And it's just those small differences that start to shave the seconds off.
It sucks out of 1 and 2 because you realize, like, oh, I'm not gonna make this corner unless I get out of the throttle, and you just know that screwed up your entire back stretch. But you have to do it, or else you put yourself in the wall. And look at the timing screen. Rucci is slowly starting to catch him.
Yeah, and Rucci was a little faster there on that last one. I mean, we're looking at the lap times here. You got Wes with a 32.858 on that last one, and Rucci at 32.795. So Rucci has been consistently faster every single lap as of right now. But it could all change with the caution, them making a decision when they're going to come down pit road. And, this battle right here between tenths and hundredths of seconds, I mean, it can change just by, making those decisions of who's going to come down pit road first. And those matter, especially on a green flag, right? Like that.
So what lap did they come in for tires? Was it 45?
Right around that. We had that caution come out right around that time,
here.
Right before the half. Yeah, not at half, but right before the 50.
We have a peek here when they came down.
And Rucci right now,
lap 47.
Little slower there.
Lap 47. So they are 41 laps on these tires right now. So we'll see what happens. But this is when your tires start getting real sketchy. 42 laps in. This is when you're oh boy.
Let me see how spread out everybody is right now. And that's a huge gap right there from Osborne all the way back to Macedo, which is at the line right now. So the whole field is completely spread out. And we have the 6 of Spells on pit road.
He's not wanting to push it. He's like, I don't like these tires. I'm getting a new set. And so he's going to do that now and finish the race off.
I think it's smart. I mean,
I don't think that's the dumbest decision.
No. So many times I've seen that happen. And for those of you that are just joining and wondering why so many of the names you know and you love are in the bottom and are out of the race, well, it all happened on the first lap of the race, right after the start-finish line. Some people were a little slow on that start, and then they all got together. It was a huge, huge crash that happened in turn 1. And then they came down pit road, got their cars fixed, but then they had another incident after that ended up ultimately taking them out of contention.
Man,
I'm seeing anybody who's fastest on the track currently, but I mean, it's currently Rucci. Rucci's the fastest car I can see within the top 23. Because you can't go off of the guys that are just getting new tires. Even some of those guys were on 34s, like, you know, in the back in 19, 33 6s. So, yeah, Rucci is the fastest car on the track right now. Quite
Jeff,
easily.
Can I do just a quick shout out while we got a moment here?
Absolutely.
So as you guys know, this is the OCRP Racing League, which we are an RP community, GTA 5 RP community at our core. And I see a guy in chat who's helped us out a lot. Shout out to SoCal Thero. He has been an awesome contributor to our community. He makes all of our vehicles, Civ vehicles, and LEO vehicles. So just a quick thank you to him for all the hard work he does for our RP community, which all these guys RP in the server. So I'm sure they would feel the same way.
Absolutely. Big thanks to SoCal Thero for all of that. And he has a YouTube channel, SoCal Thero. Go check it out.
Check it out.
Good stuff over there. You're missing out. Rucci is getting close, man. He's down to the half-second mark to Graham right now. And if you're Graham, what do? You keep pushing the car, or are you just going to let it happen? Because you know you got to make another stop.
Yeah, I think he's just going to push it as hard as he can, as hard as that car can be pushed until this next stop. And he's doing a good job. At least he is keeping them behind him. But for outlook, man, Rucci's catching him quick. I wonder when do you think they're going to pit here, Jeff?
I bet you they're looking to pit around 100.
Okay.
If I think so, because that's 25 laps you can have on fresh tires. You can do a lot with that.
And these cars are getting slow. Wes's times are now in the 33s.
And look at Rucci going to the top. And the reason why he wants to get that draft off of Spells to help him get around turn 3 here, and it's going to help a lot because look at the jump. He just gets there. And now he's in that draft. Now he's starting to grab the 88's draft. And now the 88 has to worry about another lap car ahead.
We'll see if Wes Graham uses that car in front of him to draft and keep that distance. We're now down to 0.38 of a gap between 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's just that little bit of a difference there. And looking here on your Goodyear blimp camera, we can see that it's slowly just getting pushed together here. Lap after lap.
These top 2 drivers are on an island, though. Look at the gap between 2 and 3. They are like the caliber racing between that Graham and Rucci are doing between the rest of the field is second to none, as they are 5 seconds ahead of third, which is a pretty big gap.
Yeah, third's all the way back here. He's just now into turn 1. And they're
Charles Gray
middle
up
of the
into
back.
third, though. Charles Gray up into third. Let's go, Chuck.
Yeah, Charles got around Lance and all that. During this whole time we were watching these two battle, back there, right around the 6th, 7th position is where that started to take place. And then they were dealing with the lap traffic, and it changed it all up. So Charles was able to get by Nick Sargent and then said, see ya, kind of. So we'll see what happens here. But yeah, that's starting to happen, man. Looking out the back of Wes Graham, that 28's coming. And it's coming quick.
I'm seeing some drivers pitting in. Looks like Frenchie is pitting in, Isaiah Stevens. So we're in that window right now. And I hope these drivers can make their pit stalls. I hope no one does any stupid speeding in pits. It is amazing. Like, you think the pit time is a time to relax. No, you have to be on your game, because the smallest mistake can ruin your race, and nothing will make you want to throw your VR headset across the room more than missing your pit stall or speeding.
No, absolutely. And that would just be terrible. Now that's good news for people like Gray and Sargent and Lance. But yeah, if you're up there in the front and you've been dominating a race, you have that pressure. When you're a guy that dominates a race like this, you have that pressure on your shoulders. You have to have a flawless race.
Looks like Rucci's coming into pit right now.
Yep, Rucci coming down. Let's see how this plays out for him. As Matt Rucci there in the middle of the screen, coming down to his pit stall at the very front. And looks like he got into his box, no problem. Will Graham come this time? That's the question. And I believe he is going to come down pit road. Yep, he is. He's giving up that position to Gray. So there is Wes now at the line. And here comes Rucci.
So Wes has a lap on Rucci here, because Rucci pit early. So we're gonna watch where Rucci comes out, or sorry, where does Wes come out of this pit stop in terms of Rucci here?
Yep, we're gonna keep an eye out here.
Looks like this is gonna be tight, folks. If Rucci can keep it clean through this field.
And Wes now taking those left sides. There he goes. He's down and away. And we're watching him come all the way down here.
Rucci coming into the front stretch now. He is crossing the start-finish line right now. This is going to be close. I think he's going to be able to take him here, as Wes is on the apron on his left. You'll see him shortly on your screen right there.
Yep, right there. That's the difference.
Lead.
Rucci takes the lead in a green flag stop, and Wes wanted to jump up in there, but the faster car was that guy. And he gave it up to him there, but that's going to be the gap now. So now the 88 has to run like hell or hope for a caution.
It's almost like an F1 undercut strategy there a bit, Jeff. Pit early before the guy in front of you, but I mean, don't count Graham out. He's definitely not out. He's going to be catching him.
And just to let everybody know, they're not leading the race. Currently right now, Nick Sargent, which is coming down pit road, was the leader and gave that up to Ryan Potter, which is staying out to grab the lead again. And then it's Matt Rucci, and then to Wes Graham. So looking here at the blimp cam, you can see Rucci, and that's Graham right there that got past the start-finish line. And it's going to be hard to fill that gap in the next next few laps. That's really going to be difficult.
Throw tire saving out the window. These guys are pushing it. They only got to do 22 laps on these tires. They are pushing it, and they are pushing it to the end here. And let's see how fast Rucci can go to keep Graham behind them. But Graham is showing about 1 point.
You can see him.
Yeah,
he's right there. But listen to the difference we saw earlier. Graham still saving. You hear that? And the caution comes out.
Oh, get out of it, Wes. Okay, goodness.
Wow, the caution comes out, and that was the 8 of Tyler Thomas, I believe. That was involved in that crash, and that's going to change up everything. What happened here to them, it is hard to say.
Single car spin, looks like. Thank goodness.
Yeah, Tyler Thomas, 26. He was up to 13th. He's had a good day as a rookie. And unfortunate to see what happened here, but we're about to see. But that just changed up the whole race, and that's what happens when guys push these tires. Did he blow a tire? It's hard to say. See, right here, he's just kind of all by himself. I think it's a self-spin. He just loses the back of the car right there. did everything he could to try to hang on to it. Oh, man, and Benende right there almost got into him.
Facebook dad getting around
Wow.
him.
That was a bad crash for him right there. But yeah, I mean, he's on older stuff and just couldn't hang on to it here. We'll see what from this camera angle here. Starts losing the car. Yeah, and yeah, you can't really tell from that view so much, but we'll look at from here, from the blimp. Watch Stefan Benende just skate by him right there. And we're actually we have to go on board with Stefan to see what he saw.
Right, Benende's not the Facebook dad, excuse me.
Yes, he is.
Is he?
Yes.
He? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're right. So here he is right here, trying to blend back onto the track. There's Tyler Thomas in the 8, losing the car. What do? You get onto the track. Wow.
And luckily, he passed that pit lane marker there, so we didn't get a penalty for leaving the track too early.
Wait, what happened to Rucci? Rucci on pit road.
Wait, what?
Matt Rucci on pit road. I don't know what just happened there.
Let me have a look here.
Yeah, I'm gonna back it up. I think he just decided to come down pit road.
What?
I need to get all those lug nuts tight enough. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know. What did he not get all of his? Did he only do two tire stop? He might have done a two
tire stop.
It's possible.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk to him about that to figure out what happened there. I'm gonna go, Jeff. I'm gonna rewind and I'm gonna see if he took a 2 tire stop.
Okay. Let us know if he took a 2. That has to be what happened because you saw the difference in the gap.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So he's gonna come down pit road and get 2 more. But that's good news for Wes Graham. Wow. So Stefan Benende in the 73 will be a wave around car. Oh, Spells the last second dove onto pit road. And what that was all about, we'll find out probably shortly. As the lights are still on the pace car, so we're going to have another one to go. No, another couple ones to go. So we'll be right back here. Gonna hit the bathroom and all that stuff. We'll see you for the restart here at Texas. And welcome back to Texas once again. Lights are still on the pace car. They should be off this time by. We'll see how this goes. They had a delayed start or what happened there.
So a little information there for you, Jeff. He did take 4 tires on that original stop. Maybe it was a fuel thing. I don't know. But he did have 4 tires, so we'll have to talk to Rucci to see what happened there.
Yeah, maybe he didn't get enough fuel in the car. And yeah, that might be exactly what happened. But I'll tell you one thing: he came down, and after that little bit of racing he did, he got 4 more. And you think you've seen Rucci bot activated before? Well, we're about to see it on this restart.
He's in kill mode.
Yes,
kill all humans. He is gonna be real fast.
Man, oh man, it's getting interesting for sure. Been an up and down day. But the man of the hour has been Wes Graham in the 88 car. But I'll tell you what, I'm watching here, and who's that behind him? That's the 87 of Charles Gray, showing a lot of speed here at the end of this race, and it could all change here soon. We'll see what happens. That's the Frenchie on the outside of Wes Graham. He might be on older stuff. The Frenchie might be
on older stuff. Yeah.
I just stayed out there. We're about to find out here. You ready, Ryan?
Oh, I'm ready, baby. This is crunch time.
It is. This is gonna be good.
What is it? 17 laps left.
Yep.
Or 16 this time by. Pace car's in. Jeff, call us.
All right. Here we go. Back to green flag racing. Green flag in the air. Wes Graham is on his way. Here comes Charles Gray on the inside. DeFrenchie real slow on the outside as we thought that was going to happen. Favignano dives to the bottom to get around.
And Wes Graham not holding anything back, and he's showing just how fast he is. We know how fast he is when he's on it, and he is quickly building a gap there. But Charles Gray not going anywhere though. He's going to try and utilize that draft to keep up there. But here comes Rucci bot activated. Look out.
Rucci and Brandon Osborne and Jason Lance. Look at this, almost a 3-wide situation with DeFrenchie. They're all over the place. Lance in the grass. They're trying to get around. But out front, Leonard Favignano is taking that second spot. But here comes Joel Brown. He wants to get involved.
Oh, we got some good racing in the front of the pack and the middle of the pack. Look at back there. Oh, we got a good crash.
Big crash.
Oh, no.
That's Osborne.
Oh,
Caution's
no,
out. Another hit. Arca brakes. Times 2.
Oh, my God.
Benende, the 36. Big junk right there. What happened?
Oh,
I think that's a matter of just all these guys going for it, man. Let's see what happened right here. I think that was DeFrenchie that turned the 80. It looked like maybe the 80 thought he was clear, and that didn't happen. We'll see here on the blimp camera. Here they are right here. Oh, looks like, it's hard to say, but it looks like Osborne thought he was clear of DeFrenchie, and and just got turned.
They were 3 wide coming out of that corner. And he tried to go to the top line, and he clipped the nose of DeFrenchie. That was not on Frenchie. Frenchie did nothing wrong there.
That was a bad crash, too. Watch, he came right across here. Almost got Rucci. Just couldn't get that car stopped in time. Right there is where just a hard crash. And he might have used one of his only fast repair already. Pretty sure he did. So a tough break for the 80.
Yeah, tough luck for the 80 car, but he actually collects a few other cars in there as well, and they're going to be out of the race as well.
Man, oh man. Well, it's definitely been... that changes it all up again, man. I'm telling you what. Keep an eye on that 67. Favignano made an incredible move to get around Charles Gray, and Joel Brown was trying to get up in that mix right before that crash happened. And Favignano's right there, but man, Graham just shot out of a cannon there.
Man, Ben Tuttle on that crash there, Jeff, went for a ride.
We'll come back to it.
Oh, yeah, he got pinballed all around. He's going to be out of the race for sure.
All right, we'll watch what happened here while we have some time when that crash happened. So, yeah, this was a bad crash. Look at this.
Watch this.
I mean, it was just Arca brakes. There's a stopped car there. Nobody hit the brakes. Yeah, they didn't see it. Reno just got by.
He's braking there for sure.
Yeah, he was in the brakes.
And then just movie style launched into the air here, and he's going to get bounced around. The car is going to hit him again here. Ben Tuttle. Hopefully he's on VR, else that's puke fest.
Yeah, that is.
Watch this. The 46 says, "You're not done yet. I'm going to flip you again."
Man, you aren't wrong. Look at that. And then another hit there, but the 21 rolled it all over. Wow, man, that was insane. But we're gonna let's ride on board with Osborne. Maybe we can figure out what happened here. Just thought he was clear. One of those things. We'll see what Mr. DeFrenchie saw. Would love to know that. He's coming off the corner here. Yeah, it's just one of those things.
Yeah, he self-hit himself there.
Yep. Wes Graham had no problem getting away from all of that stuff. So now it comes down. You got Wes Graham, Leonard Favignano, Charles Gray, Joel Brown, and Nick Sargent. He's back up in the mix as well. But like I was talking before, Robert Webb's been slowly but surely getting up there towards the front. And he's in a good spot right now. He's in 7th, so he's having a fantastic run. And Rucci needed this. Rucci needed this.
Rucci's not upset about this. And just quickly going back to that crash with Osborne. Osborne doesn't make too many mistakes. And as you know, Jeff, with the spotter in iRacing, he might have heard a quick "you're clear" and quickly made that decision to move up, and then he wasn't. So he might have been a spotter issue there where he heard he was clear, and that's where the advantage of having a real life spotter is pretty big, because they can say like don't go yet, he's got to run on you, where that computer just says yes or no.
Man, oh man. Well, the lights are off on the pace car. We're going to be green flag racing next time by. This is going to be a crazy shootout here to the end. You think that one was awesome? I don't think we're done yet.
No.
I don't think we're done yet, but we're about to find out, aren't we? The man of the hour, the Mess 88, Mr. Wes Graham leading. He'll be the control car on this restart. Leonard Fodorero will be on the outside. Then we have Charles Gray in the 43 of Joel Brown.
Now, Twitch chat, if you are watching on a PC, or if you're able to pull up 2 streams, I'd be pulling up Wes's stream right now to see how this race finishes out and to see how he reacts to what happens, because he's going to get a good view of this finish.
No, 100%. I'm ready to get this thing done, that's for certain. The anticipation's killing me. We thought we were going to see this thing end under green. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. Now,
let's hope everyone can make their shifts, boys. No money shifters.
Yep, nobody's screwing anything up here. Come on now. You can't screw up now. Comes down to this. All right, Wes is the control car. Pace car's down away. Green flag in the air. Graham wasted no time to get started. And he'll be across the line first. And now it's going to come down to back here. You got Leonard Fodorero. And back here, Matt Rucci trying to get around. He got around. He had no problem with Potter there. Now he's got to work with Robert Webb. It's getting crazy back here.
Damn near 3 wide on the backstretch.
Yeah, they sorted that one out. The back 2 and 2. Lance to the inside of Robert Webb. Robert Webb just stuck on that outside lane. Can't get down there. And that's where you want to be. Nobody on the outside to watch there.
See if Jason Lance can make that pass on the 91 car. I believe he clears him. He does so easily. Now, what is Rucci going to do?
And look up here. Charles Gray's at Wes Graham's bumper.
Oh, my God. Oh, that sucks. He got a little too much of a run, and Wes did a nice job defending there as Chuck had to get out of the throttle, but he's still right on his bumper in that Carhartt high-vis vest. Woo, we got a race for the lead here, Jeff.
Yes, we do. We thought that Graham was just going to walk away here on that restart. That did not happen. And look at this. You got Leonard Fodorero pushing on Charles Gray, and that's giving him so much help right here.
Absolutely. And Chuck not letting Fodorero take any advantage of his speed behind him as he tries to simultaneously catch up to Wes, but also defend from that really fast car of the 67. So he is stuck in the middle right now, and we'll see what he can do. But we got 7 laps left, and this is going to come down to the bitter end. I'm on the edge of my seat, Jeff.
This is good. Here it goes. The 87 to the inside of the 88. He's really trying to get his nose down there to push the 88 up there, and he's going to do it.
He stuck his nose in, and he did it. Now it's a drag race on the front stretch as Wes tries to get a little bit of a side draft there. But the 87 clears the 88. My goodness. And look at that. And Fodorero's about to clear him on the inside. Holy sh!
Wes really trying to hang on to it right now. And look at this. He's going to do a crossover on the 67 of Fodorero. Just can't get there. He's not able to get there. And the caution comes out. Wow.
The 46, the 80, the 36, all involved in that one. I believe it started with the 46 there, Jeff.
Yep, I'm right here with the 46, Connor Skinner, one of the rookies. Yeah, right there. A lot of damage as they are going to have to get back to pit road. And the 36 there of Gage Bookman, a lot of damage to that car as well. And he gave him a bump. I don't think he was happy about that. I think there was a disagreement there between Bookman and Skinner there, as he did give him a bump. We're going to back it up and we're going to find out what happened. But man, yeah, what a heck of a race that was. So here you are. You got a 3-wide almost situation here. So it had nothing to do with him. So this is Benende here with a 46. And what we talked about earlier in the broadcast, it comes down to give and take. It's really hard, especially with, dealing with the net code in these cars. Right there is all it took. And man, right in front of Osborne, nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And Osborne had used his that was his fast repair after that last crash. So that was not good to see for him. And into the wall and hit again. And then into the 36. So
we saw a good example of Wes. He realized Chuck had that inside line, so he didn't push down. We saw a good example, and then what happened there, where there was no give and take there, and that's what happened. So, man, oh man.
Yeah, and then something happened here because Foderero's got damage on the rear of his car. Pretty good, actually. And Joel Brown does as well on the nose of that Ford Mustang. But looking further back there, Matt Rucci's in 7th. So if you're wondering what's going on here, you got Rucci all the way back here. And he's in front of Macedo and behind Jason and Lance. But, man, track position really matters here at Texas. And it's going to be interesting to see this next restart, how much of a difference that's going to be. But the 87, the 67 were a shot out of cannon, man. I don't know why, but Wes was not able to hang on. Is there a difference between tires there, I wonder?
I wonder. Not too sure about that one. I'll see if I can get some info here while we're under caution. I'll try to see when the 87 pit last and versus the 88.
Yeah, have a look at that. And for those of you that are wondering with the 87 of Charles Gray, I mean, he's had an incredible day. Gray hasn't had a career win since season 2. So this is a fantastic performance by the 87. And I'm happy to see him up there in the mix.
I'm so happy to see him
up there. He always gets into the worst wrecks that are out of his control. And you can't get in those wrecks if you're leading the race.
No matter what happens, he should be very, very proud of this race, because he's showing some true talent out there.
100%. And we have a couple more laps here before we are back underway with the green flag, and it's going to be probably a green-white checkered, it looks like, because we're at 122 now. It'll be 123, probably 124 when we get back rolling. So a green-white checker, we get 3 attempts at that before we call it. It's going to be interesting. For sure.
Don't count that 88 car out. I'm calling it out. Do not count him out.
He might be sandbagging.
I think he's exactly that. This ain't over, folks. Don't be upset that you're like, oh no, the 88 car's in 3rd. Don't, because he's got lots left in that tank.
Yes, he does. Yep, and we're waiting for those lights to go off on the track here. And they are. So we'll be green flag next time at lap 124, which is going to be a green-white checker here. And it's going to heat up.
So how many green-white checker attempts? I'm going to see on my screen once it pops up. I think we're at 2. I think it's 2 green-white checker attempts. But I could be mistaken. We'll find out soon. Woo!
Mm-hmm. I know what you mean, man.
This has been a great show.
It really has. It's everything you want in a race too. We had that craziness in the beginning, and then we had that lull of the green flag racing. Really cool to see that. And then we see the crazy ending here.
All right, Twitch chat, put your money where your mouth is. I want to see in chat who you think is going to pull away, who the win. Type the number of the car or the name. Let's see it.
I think that if the 88 has been sandbagging and is taking it easy here, it's going to come down to possibly him that could get the win. But we'll see. That 87's been fast. Pace car's down and away. All right, Ryan.
You got the call.
No, it's
you
all.
got the call. I don't. You got it.
All right, here we go. Green flag racing. Here goes. Charles Gray wasting no time at all at the line already. And here comes Wes Graham to the inside of Leonard Favignano. That's where all the racing is going to be happening right here. We're going to keep an eye on everything right now, as you can't rule anything out at this point. A lot of hard racing right back here in second. Look at Matarucci to the bottom, trying to get to the 48.
Good job by the 48 to get down that bottom line. You do not give Rucci Bot an inch because he'll take it.
Look at him on the outside of the 48, and the 88's got to defend it.
God, he's got speed.
Woo! White flag in the air. 1 to go.
Charles Gray looking good, though, so far. He's got a comfortable buffer, and he's loving the 2 wide behind him. That is what you want to see.
Oh,
you get
100%.
those guys battling. See you later. I'm going to the checkered flag, baby. Let's go. Let's go, Chuck.
Charles Gray started 7th. Came out of nowhere, and Charles Gray will get the win in Texas.
Attaboy!
Heartbreaker for Wes Graham. Had the fastest car all day. But when it came down to it, Charles Gray got it done. Favignano, Sargent, Rucci, Graham. Matt Rucci was able to pass Wes Graham right there. A lot of guys going to be happy for Charles Gray here. You can probably give him a little bit of a tap. Say, nice job, buddy.
Absolutely. Everybody.
You did an awesome job.
One of the very respectable drivers here in the league. Everyone likes Chuck, so it's great to see him get a win. But man, shout out to the top 5 and the top 10. Like, man, what a race! These guys put on a really good show. Burn down, Chuck. They're all crashing in the pit lane. All right.
That's cold bore.
What a show! My God, that's only the second race of the season, too, Jeff. This is shaping up to be real good.
Oh, yeah. No, 100%, man. And the 87's definitely going to be celebrating this one for a while. That was an incredible last move he did. And you could tell he was being so respectful with the 88, but he had the speed. And he was just like, man, if I get my nose down there, you got to give me this spot. And he did. And he was able to just hang on to it all the way to the end. And that was a great restart, too.
Ah, man, that was awesome. That was a treat. Good job by all the drivers.
100%. We'll let you know what's going on here in a minute with the official results of all your drivers. Then we'll get into some post-race and driver interviews. But the win tonight being celebrated by Charles Gray and that 87 Camaro. What an incredible run that was here today. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, well, we'll get those results up here in a second. We're just going to get everything, get the stage set. Why not? All right, your race results. Set them right there. Charles Gray takes the win tonight. Leonard Favignano in second. Nick Sargent. Matt Rucci getting the pole and will come out top 5 and 4th there. Wes Graham led most of the laps here today, 86 total. He'll get 5th after starting 13th. Joel Brown is 6th. Ryan Potter in 7th, so a nice top 10 for that driver. 8th to Dylan Macedo. And 9th to Kyle Cleveland. Also with Dylan Macedo, big thanks to Dylan Macedo for providing the onboard cameras today for the roof cam. He was able to provide those to us. We appreciate that. Kyle Cleveland, Scott Barkman came out of nowhere there towards the end as well. We saw a good run out of that driver, top 10 for him. And I don't think he's going to be upset about that. 11th, Jason Lance. Ryan Steinhoff in 12th. 13th was Robert Webb. Eric O'Neill in 14th. After starting 33rd, what an incredible drive that was for that driver. Anthony DeFrenchi started 12th, then finishes 15th. Andrew Ewing Another one had a good run today. Started 32nd and finishes out in 16th there. Jeffrey Spells, Stefan Menende, Isaiah Stevens, James Hilton, and then further on back, Connor Skinner, one of the rookies, in 21st, 22nd to Gage Bookman, 23rd to Tony Wilson, 24th to Alex Reno, 25th is Austin Johnson, 26th Tyler Thomas, 27th to Brandon Osborne after an up and down day, 23 laps down. 28th to Clint Spells, 29th to Ben Tuttle, 30th goes to Aaron Beaver, and then we're going to start seeing these drivers that were involved in that crash towards the beginning of the race. Donovan Barber, Zachary Guzman, Stephen Favignano, and Brandon Buggs in 34th after that incident that happened. So what an incredible drive it was. Well, happy to see it. Let's go ahead and talk to some of these drivers. And
Let's do it.
We'll be with you in just a few. All right, I'm sure everybody is celebrating over here. And Ryan, I'm sure you've caught up with the man, Mr. Charles Gray.
I'm gonna save that one for a bit. I'm gonna let him gather himself, because I know he be freaking out. I want to talk quickly to, and excuse me if I'm taking your interview here, Jeff, but I want to talk to Matt Rucci. Us and Chad had some questions there. What happened with the you came down pit a second time near the end there, Matt? What happened?
Yeah. So we went really long in that second stint there. I wasn't sure. It was just me and Wes. I think we pitted. We were the last two to pit. I was planning to pit around like 90, but we went to like 100. I had no idea the guys behind me when they pit, so I figured they pit really early. I had no way of telling, so I came down, took the safe option, but everyone, I guess, pit late as well. But we almost made it up there. We got up to 4th, and yeah, it was a fun race. This track's tough, especially with the track temp really high. It's really slick, but it was some good racing.
Well, we saw you pit one lap ahead of Wes, and then when you guys came back out, you were about 5 seconds ahead of him, but then you pit again on, I think it was on that caution. Is that right? Or did I?
Yeah, I pit again because I thought everyone else was going to pit and have fresh tires. We had like 5.
Oh.
Probably would have been all right, but it was like a 20 lap stint. So I just wanted to take a safe option. I thought I would come out, 5th or something at worst, but
okay.
It's how it was and how it went.
Gotcha. So it was just trying to get fresh tires there. That and those other guys said, nope, we're going for it. So, well, man, you had a hell of a race and a hell of a battle there with reeling in Graham coming up to those pit stops. So hell of a job and a hell of a drive there, Matt. Over to you, Jeff.
All right, I wanted to catch up with Mr. Wes Graham. What a great drive that was for you. I know you had a lot of fun for sure. And that one was kind of stolen away at the end. Tell us about that battle you had with Rucci and what was going on in your mind as far as making those decisions on pit road and then dealing with that gap to him. And then that caution came out and just changed everything.
Well, first off, I got to say the 88 Wilson Motorsports Design Chevrolet was bad, fast this evening. It felt really good to be out there and actually like hold my own at this track. Ever since they redid 1 and 2, it hasn't been my favorite place, but kind of learned something from the Monday night broadcast, watching Jason Lance and all of them guys out there run around, and really just getting in front of Rucci is 10% of the battle. It's staying in front of Rucci is where everything else comes into play. And I saw him creeping in there towards the end of that run, and I was like, well, if we get to lap 90, and Rucci gets by us, we'll go ahead and pit. And then I was like, well, maybe 95, and then it got to 99 and he came into pit. I was like, well, there goes that. So he came out of the pits about 2 seconds ahead of us. And but I mean, enough about that. Big shout out to the 87, man. I could have went down and blocked that last move there. My spotter gave me an inside call, and that's why I shimmied back up the track. I could have done it, but he took it with force, and I'm so proud of that man. He drove the wheels off that thing there at the end. First win since season 2. Love you, buddy. That great win, Chuck. great win, man.
There you have it. Wes Graham started 13th. He will finish 5th after leading 86 laps. Back to you, Ryan.
Yeah, Wes, hell of a drive, dude. You were bad fast in that Wilson Motorsport Design Chevrolet. Great race there. But let's go to the man of the hour, Charles Gray. Congratulations on, is this your second win in OCRP?
Yes, sir, it is. First win was in the trucks at Bristol. So
How's it
yeah,
feel?
this is oh my god, dude, it feels so good. Honestly, I was sitting like 7th to like 9th all day, and then we got that really long green flag run, and I actually ended up catching a lot of people on it. I don't know how, honestly, how I was saving tires or anything, or how I was catching them, but I made a lot of progress, and then we went in for green flag stops. The yellow came out, which bunched us all back up. Wes had a huge lead when that yellow came out. There was no way I was catching him. But when that yellow came out, it was like, all right, this is go time. And Joel and I had a really good little battle there. He was trying to make a pass after that last, second to last caution. And I threw a block. I chopped his nose. I wasn't giving that up. And then that move on West, dude, I stuck it in there, and I just hoped that it would stick and I wouldn't take us both out. And somehow I made it stick and drove it to the front. Man, my heart's still racing. It's awesome. Awesome feeling.
Well, dude, for a while there, I thought you were going to quit this damn league with all the bad luck you were doing. You changed your damn paint scheme so everyone could see you out there. And I'm glad you stuck it out, man. You persevered, and you're able to bounce back. And that's just racing, hills and valleys. And huge congrats. But I'm going to ask you a favor. You need to save that good racing for tomorrow night, okay? You got to keep that going, because we need you to do that again for our 24-hour race tomorrow. But hell of a job, man. We are very excited for you. I know a lot of guys here are as well. But yeah, congrats, buddy. Back to you, Jeff.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, very big congrats to Charles Gray. Definitely deserving of that win. I did want to talk to Favignano really quick. How did your race end up for you? And did you think you had something there at the end?
The race at the end there was, I knew I needed a caution to be able to race for the lead, or a top 5 at least. That after the first pit stop, I burned up the right rear tire a little too much, so my car was just a tad bit on the loose side, and I couldn't keep up with the people in front of me. But after that caution and a restart, I made sure to conserve tires while also being quick. So I was trying to keep up with Wes, and I knew he was going to battle hard for the top spot, and then the 87 just came out of nowhere. So cool. Great to see Charles win. It was a fun race, and I know I definitely had fun. Wish we could have got the top spot, though.
Well, you can't argue with starting second and finishing second. You didn't have any gains or losses out of that, and that's good for points, that's for certain. And moving on from him, I did want to talk to Ryan Potter. You had a pretty good day as well. What happened there at the end that just you couldn't get around Brown there?
I don't know. I just didn't have the speed there towards the end of the race. I had it in the beginning, and I just kind of, the longer the race went on, I felt like the more I was burning my stuff up, and that was the opposite of what I wanted to do. But that was kind of why I decided to pit as early as I did on that last green flag run, that long green flag run. And if we'd have got that caution maybe 5 or 10 laps later, I think it would have worked out for me. But with it being so close to everybody else's pit stops, it just kind of, I essentially came down to get even tires, and so I just had to work hard, and it was just didn't have enough tire there at the end.
All right, fantastic. Well, Ryan, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to head back up into the booth. Thank you guys so much. Incredible show tonight. We saw insanity in the beginning. We saw green flag racing in the middle, and watching those gaps close was a lot of fun. And then at the end, it was a one heck of a show. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week.
Thank y'all for the broadcast.
Where are we at next week? We're going to
Bristol, baby.
Oh God.
Sorry.
Bristol, baby. Also, give us a race name, Wes. This was what the race was
I'm
called.
sorry.
Give us a race name, Wes 125.
I got you, cuz.
Fix it. All right.
Hey, I've been busy, man.
busy being out in the front.
I'm running out of race names, to be honest with you. So, like,
Yeah, that's why we rely on you for them.
it's like 4 seasons in, and I'm out of race names.
That's awesome. Well, great race, gents, and yeah, check out the broadcast if you're the VOD, because we were having a blast. You guys put on a hell of a show.
All right, back to the broadcast booth, and you may be wondering, Jeff, what are they talking about Bristol next week? What? That is true.
Bristol,
and
baby.
we have the schedule right here for you. So Bristol, and that's going to be on the 27th. You don't want to miss that race. And we just talked, to Charles Gray, who won this race. Season 2 in the trucks he won at Bristol, so be watching for him at Bristol. That's one of his tracks. Then we move on to Charlotte Motor Speedway at the Roval. Go road course racing. Then to Darlington Raceway, Wes Graham's favorite track right there. Then Phoenix, Auto Club, Kansas, Iowa, Mid-Ohio Raceway, Las Vegas, Richmond, and then they're going to end everything out at Homestead on April 7th. So that's when the end of the season will occur. Only 13 races. You don't want to miss a single one. That is Thursday evenings on twitch.tv/jfavignano. Or if you want to watch on YouTube, it is Favignano Live. That's going to do it for me. And that's going to do it for you, I believe so, Mr. Shiv. Ryan, anything else?
Hell of a broadcast, buddy. Thanks for having me, and I'm looking forward to next week as usual.
Absolutely. We appreciate all of you guys for watching and all the love and support and all of the gifted subscriptions you gave out and all that stuff. We truly do appreciate that. It's incredible to see. And I'm going to send you guys off to... Looks like Black Hollow is still live, so we'll send you over there. But that'll do it.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. That'll do it for us. We'll see ya.